Hey guys, welcome to my first devlog of this series. This is going to be a series about a game called Oops, I Crashed. Okay, so if we come over here to the map maker, you can control the level of detail of the map it's generating. Okay, so you can change the levels and everything in it. So, but first, before I get into all this player stuff, I just want to say I am not the best at coding, okay? I've had many difficulties. For example, once I was working on the player controller, and for some reason, every time he jumped, he ate Taco Bell. So after doing this 100,000 times, I finally just had to go search up why I suck. And after doing some research, I finally got it to work. But that was just a great feeling. So back in our map, you can see that we have this big generated map, and our player is moving across and actually generates each chunk, okay? And the farther away the chunk is, the less detailed it is, so we won't have as much lag. So if we come over here, you can see it's a lot more pixelated, it's a lot less clean looking, and if we get our player closer, you can see right now it's about to change. Boom, it just got a lot more detailed as our player gets closer to it. And this is really helpful for computers that are not so great with handling lots of details and colliders, and this just really helps the performance out. But you can also see in my world that I have water as the ground, and I haven't gotten to making it yet, but I soon will make a water texture that I'll add later. And as you can see, when our game does not running, we have this little preview. And if we go into our project settings real quick, we can actually change these settings and the seed and all those things. So first, we're going to go into our terrain assets, and in these, we can actually change different settings and options we have. So we can change what the textures look like. So let's just update that real quick. And we can also go change the sharpness and how smooth our map is. All these different settings. And here, let me just real quick go to our mesh settings. Yeah, one second. There you go. And as you can see, we have this flat shading, and this flat shading just makes things look a lot nicer. But depending on what we want, we can change the size of not flat settings and flat shaded chunk size, and that will just depend on if you have better computers. And we can also change the seed. And this is really good for our map because we really like extra generated maps. And you can always test by using different seeds. So here's a different one than the one before. And that's usually it. So now I say we move on to our player. This is something I added a little bit later, getting into more of the gameplay. And as we play it, you can see in our game view, we start up in the air just to test that everything was working with the colliders. So we fall down, we have some cubes, and you can see the colliders are colliding properly. We have jumping, moving, we can look around, and it seems like the colliders work perfectly. Not 100% perfectly, but will do. We also have a thing where we can pick up these blocks, okay? And it kind of holds it in the bottom right-handed screen, and we can drop them or throw them. And I think this will be used to build. So let's say we have a fence and we want to place it somewhere. We could use this to kind of place it other places.